Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshamam, Jai Ganesha.
Shanti, Shanti, Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om lead us, thou God, from unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. Namaste, Yoga for health, happiness and liberation. We give our pranam to Swami Shivananda.
Hi, I'm glad that you're watching today, and my name is Anandi Ma. I'd like to read you a passage, a little article, a paragraph actually, from this book from Master Shivananda that is called Bliss Divine. It's got some really good stuff in there. I'd like to read this about God and man. Man is God in disguise, who puts on a garb in fun, but quickly forgets his true identity. Desire drags him down, discrimination lifts him up. Man evolved is God. God involved is man. God in bondage is man, and man free from bondage is God. A deluded, ignorant man is worldly. A perfect man is God. God became man. Man will become God again. God plus desire is man. Man minus desire is God. The most impious of men can, by earnestly devoting themselves to God, reach the highest bliss. Truth is not outside of you. It is within you. It dwells in the cave of your heart. You are a truth of God, a work of God, a will of God. You are unfettered, free, eternally free. You are a free spirit soul. Roar Om. Come out of the cage of the flesh and roam about freely. Thank you. Now I want to introduce you to my guru and friend, Bharat Gajjar.
Thank you, Anandima. Thank you for reading Swami Shivananda's messages. In a Western philosophy, man is not God. But basic Hindu philosophy is you are part and parcel of God. And when you let go all these material things, you become like God. So I believe that, and Swami Shivananda just mentioned to you, you are part and parcel of God, because God resides inside you. So this is a very important message. Now today's message is, if you are practicing yoga, what to read? You see, there is so much verbal pollution, there is so much written pollution all over. Suppose you want to learn about yoga, you buy, what to buy? You buy something, it's no good. Now, just recently, about a month ago, I was one place and there was a very fancy looking book with a fine picture, $19 on pranayama. So I said, let me buy that, because there are not too many books on pranayama or yogic breathing. So I bought the book, I started reading a couple of chapters, and it was trash. I just said, I wasted my $19. Now I have to get rid of this book. Now, if you are seeking information on yoga, what to read? Now, only a week ago, I was wondering, what am I going to talk? Because a lot of topics were, no topics was coming to me. So you know what I usually do? I do my meditation in the morning, and then the Guru, the angel, the Guru is spirit in the form, he's a spirit, and he comes, talk to me, and I got this message, talk about the books on yoga. I said, that's a wonderful topic. I know I've been reading so many books, but today I'm going to talk about the books, if you are in yoga, what to read. Which are the books, okay? So this is what I'm going to talk about. Because you see, sometime when I was teaching in college, I tell the kids, listen, these are the informations. You're not going to know the whole technology. When you start your business, when you go outside of college, you will not know too much, but you will know where to go to find the answer. That's what they teach you in college. What to read, how to read, and where to go to get certain messages. So that's a very important message. Read the right book and read again and again, and you learn about yoga. Okay. So first thing I want to start with, I started Trinity of Yoga. 3 important things for yoga philosophy. So which are the 3 best book on yoga in the whole world? They are like Bhagavad Gita or Bible of yoga. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. First book, Yoga Sutra of Maharishi Patanjali, who was the first father, first man who put the whole yoga philosophy in one book. And this is Yoga Sutra of Patanjali. Also, it is written by many books. Just pick up one of the books and read. They are the basic messages and then interpretation. One of the best book, it is written by Swami Shivananda ji. He is the top disciple of Swami Shivananda. Now, you see, Lord Jesus brought the message of the Lord on this earth. But who spread his message? It was Paul. He wrote down and he spread the word of Christianity around the world. He was a brilliant man. One was God, another one his disciple. So, same way, Swami Shivananda's disciple, the most brilliant of all, was Swarananda ji. Every book he wrote, I have read quite a few of them, and he's so brilliant, so powerful, and to the point. And this is his picture. I just want to show you his picture. Swami, he passed away at the age of 60. But in few years, within 20 years, he wrote so many books. And one of the book is again Yoga Sutra of Patanjali. He interpreted what Maharishi Patanjali wrote and what is yoga. So this is a very powerful book if you get that. Now, another thing I want to tell you, Swami Shivananda wrote 108 books. Now, this right Shivananda website, there is a Shivananda center. All these books are on the internet. You don't have to buy the book. You can pick it up and look here. This is all the website. Can you see that thing? Can they say? You can close. Okay, you see, it is very powerful. get these things on the internet, and you will find that these books are available. And I'm writing a book on yoga, and it will be given too. It is called http://shivanandalshq.org. Okay. So that is one thing. Another one, Divine Life Society in Maryland, also dlsmd.org. Okay. So there are many books of Swami Shivananda and also Swami Venkateswarananda ji. So please read those books and you will like it. Now there are three main books I started telling you. First is Yoga Sutra of Maharishi Patanjali. Is that's the Bible. That's the Bhagavad Gita of yoga. Every yogi should read that book because that is the source where yoga. So what is Maharishi Patanjali did? See, yoga is 10,000 years old, but about 2,000 years ago or so, he compiled the knowledge of yoga which was available, known by the people, and he wrote the first book of yoga. That's why he is called the father of yoga. What is the second most important book in yoga? It is called Supreme Yoga by Yoga Vasishtha. Yoga Vasishtha, and that book is also here. That is also written by Swami Venkateswarananda ji. It is called Supreme Yoga by Yoga Vasishtha. There was a great sage named Vasishtha, and he wrote down this whole book, and it is so powerful. If you read that, every word, I read and then I have to read again because it is really depth and wonderful book. The third book, which is very powerful, is called Hatha Yoga Padapika. Padapika. That is, let me spell Pradipika. Hatha Yoga Padapika. It's a very powerful book. Was written more than a couple of 100 years ago, and that is also a very important book for the yogis because it tells you all the detail how you can do yoga and practice yoga. Now, which are the most another three important books, present book, written by at this time in this century? Three books. Illustrated book of yoga by Swami Vishnudevananda Maharaj. He is our guru, and he was a disciple of Swami Shivananda. He also passed away, but his book is really most important book in Hatha Yoga, in the yoga. Okay, so you can get that book in paperback. You can buy that. It's called Illustrated Book of Yoga by Swami Vishnudevananda. Okay. Second book, Light on Yoga by B.S. Iyengar. Now, Iyengar is also a great yogi from India. He has disciples all over America, India, around the world. So, he is a yogi, Iyengar. So, his book, Light on Yoga, very important book, and is powerful. Okay? Third book. The third book is Shivananda Companion to Yoga, written by disciple of Swami Vishnudevananda Maharaj. And that book is to me is a classic book. Yeah? It is called Shivananda Companion to Yoga. And it is one of the finest book written. And it has so much information that every yoga student should read that book. Yeah. Now, I'm not a great yogi, but I have my own book written and published locally. So if you want to buy my book, I'm going to write with my daughter, Meeta and me, we're going to write a book which will be in the market in a year or so. But this, I've been writing every so often and put all these things together. That is about the yoga. So, 3 books I just told you, which you can get now. It is available all over America. One is illustrated book of yoga by Swami Shivananda, Light on Yoga by B.S. Iyengar. He is a great yogi. And then Shivananda Companion to Yoga, written by the disciples of Swami Shivananda Maharaj. It is also part of the Shivananda centers. Now, there are other books students should read. Okay? If you want to go into spirituality, one book is Sadhana by Swami Shivananda. This is the book Sadhana. Every spiritual person in yoga like to get this book and read it. Okay? And also, Anandi Ma just told you, Bliss Divine. That is also a very powerful book written by Swami Shivananda. That is our Swami Shivananda's picture you saw. He has written this book and is so popular because if you want to know spirituality, these are the books you should read. Now, second book, Daily Reading of Swami Shivananda. It is so powerful. Every day you read one page. And 365 pages. And these are the basic messages of Swami Shivananda. Now that book is out of print. Now we are trying to get that book printed again, and so more people. But you can get that on the internet. Okay? As I told you, Shivananda internet you can get. And let me just repeat again that it is www.shivananda. How you spell? SIVANANDADLSHQ.org. So you look it up. All these books are available on internet. Now, so daily reading of Swami Shivananda, you can get it on the internet and make a copy. But we are trying to get that book printed again. Now another book is Practice of Yoga by Swami Shivananda. That is also a very beautiful book by Swami Shivananda, and I want to show you. This is a book printed in India, but you can get if you want to, and it will be on the internet. It is all about what Swami Shivananda, he learned yoga from his guru. Then he had his top 12 disciples, like Lord Jesus had 12 disciples went around the world. So Swami Shivananda had his 12 disciples, and they went all around the world, and they started teaching yoga. Our Guru Swami Shivananda Maharaj, he came here in 1962 or something, and started teaching yoga when nobody knew what yoga was. And he brought the revolution. Lot of people now, everybody in a brother teaching yoga and learning yoga. It's wonderful. Right now they are doing only exercise. This is fine. Once you like the exercise, when you realize that it is really helping you and make your life better, peaceful and healthy, and bring the balance and harmony inside, that bring peace. So yoga, when I came, I was the first brought the yoga in Delaware. Nobody practiced. And we had our center, first center of yoga at Baina Boulevard, 2307 Baina Boulevard. We had a Shivananda Yoga Center for 35 years. Finally, we closed down right now, but we still we rent a place in in Newark, and we teach yoga. We have a meditation workshop, yoga workshop, and we teach yoga. So if you want to learn yoga, we will give you our phone and you can call, and I'll give you all information. You see, I believe that whole world will practice yoga, no question about that. In another 100 years or so, yoga will be practiced by almost everybody, because it brings peace, it brings good health. This is the reason my motto is health, happiness and liberation. Health. What yoga gives you? Good health, happiness, mental peace and happiness. And third thing, freedom, inner freedom. Freedom when you on this earth, freedom when you die, as moksha. So this is available by the practice of yoga. So it's very important thing. These are the main books on yoga. Now another thing is Patanjali of Yoga Sutra. That you should get the book. There are many different kind of people who has translated this practice, this book. It is very important, and one of the person who has translated is Yogi Iyengar. He has done a very fine job, because he's a yogi. At the age of 85, he's still doing wonderful yoga. Now, there is a yogi. He's 110 years old. Swami Bua. He's a yogi in New York, and he's still teaching yoga at the 110 years old. Now that is called real true yogi. So yoga is a very, very important thing, and I highly recommend that you learn yoga. That way you are going to live longer and healthier, and good quality of life is a good thing. Okay. Now I started this explanation of Trinity of Yoga, and I'm writing a chapter on in my book. Okay, three main gurus. I call it three main. One is Swami Maharishi Patanjali, Swami Shivananda. So if you want to learn about yoga, read his books, get his books, and it's on internet. You don't have to pay a penny. Get on the internet, you can get his books and you start reading. And third thing, any teacher, your guru is as important as all others. Because I like to tell you a story. It reminds me. There was a great guru. He was a great artist. And then he had this student. And then he was teaching him art, drawing, paintings, So he became a great guru, fine. Then the students started getting better and better and better. But once a student will make a drawing, painting, the teacher will come and say, listen, you need to improve this, you need to improve that. The student one time got angry. He said, I'm so great, I'm so good, I'm much better than he is. Why he is always correcting my... Then he made that painting smashed in the world. He says, I'm going to... Then let me see what he says. Then the guru says again, he says, it's a wonderful picture, very nice improvement, but there is a problem here, problem there. And then the student got very upset. And he says, sir, I am better than you are. I see my painting, compare your painting. So teacher looked at him, listened quietly, and he says, son, 5 years ago I knew you were better than me. But when you knew that you are not good yet, you had a chance to get better. But now you know you are better than me. Now you cannot make progress. as the end of your progress. But you are a great artist, no question about that. But now you're not going to get better because you know you are better than your guru. So when you remain humble, you can make progress. If you have too much ego, forget it. You cannot make progress. So always remain humble and learn from the teachers. And teachers can teach you even though you are good. Okay? So it's a very, very important thing that you start learning from somebody who knows more than you know. So that is an important message. I'm just telling you that have a guru, have a teacher. And when you know that he or she knows better than you, they can guide you because they have gone. They can see something which you cannot see. So that is the best thing. So go ahead and buy some of these books or look it up in the internet and start reading, okay, good things. And I'm sure you will become a good yoga student and even a good yoga teacher. So for three things: learn, practice, and go preach. That's the message of our Guru. Learn as much as you can, practice as much as you can, and then go and teach. Thank you so much.